confession, I signed up for Uber. So Lyft lately has not, I don't know, just hasn't been getting very many rides. So I signed up for Uber last week, and today's my first time going online for Uber. And I made $44 in 2 hours. So I'm gonna have to start doing both. So there's this app called Maestro that my friend tells me about, and I think it costs like $10 a month. But what it will do, it will keep you logged into both Uber and Lyft, and it will just give you the rides that come up. Like, it'll switch between the apps for you so that you can utilize your time and not be waiting around for somebody who's gonna get Lyft or somebody who's going to get Uber. So, but I don't have that app downloaded yet. And so what I did is I actually turned on both apps today, Lyft and Uber. And I thought, well, whichever one I get first, I'll just turn off the other one. And so I got a ride from Lyft. So I got a ride from Uber. And so I turned off Lyft. And anyway, it was from a guy that was fairly close to my house, about 1.5 miles away, and he needed to go downtown about 3300 South to a tile place, and he just talked the whole time. He was telling me all about how he's redoing his townhome, which is why he is going to the tile place, because there's a girl that he knows there and she's going to give him a deal, and then telling about all of his medical problems that he's had in the last 2 months, and why he wasn't driving, and it was because of his medical problems. And so he just talked and talked and talked and talked. And then right after that, I got another request from a guy, and really close. Again, it was like 5 minutes away from where I dropped the first guy off, and picked him up, and he was going to the airport. So I drove him out there. He said he was flying out to San Diego because he's been living in San Diego for a couple years, and so he's flying out and packing up a truck of all of his stuff and then driving it back because he just barely got an apartment here in Salt Lake. So we were talking about what Salt Lake was like, and he was wondering if there's any bad parts of Salt Lake. Salt Lake's pretty tame. There's pockets, there's streets I wouldn't walk down alone in the dark, but like not whole areas. It's overall, it's a good place. So we were just talking about that and skiing, and then so at the airport, I immediately got a request to pick up somebody from the airport, and then he was to get dropped off in Sugar House. So big rides, which was really nice. Oh, and then right after that, it was a short ride. A girl needed to go to the bank and back. So anyway, so those 4 rides took me about 2 hours, and it was $44. And so Uber versus Lyft. I like Uber because so far, and I've only done, like I said, it's only been 2 hours, but I like Uber because it's definitely busier. There are more rides than Lyft. At least that's how it's been today. And but I do not like their in-app navigation system. It's horrible. I need my Google Maps. So I texted my friend and said, is there a way to hook up Google Maps to Uber? And she said yes, because Lyft uses Google Maps. I like the Lyft app itself, like the interface, better than Uber's. The acceptance and like how you read things, I think, are easier on Lyft. But Lyft gives the passengers a 5-minute wait time for them to get in, to the car for you to accept the ride, and Uber only gives them 1.5 minutes, so it makes it faster, and I do like that. Anyway, I'm home now, so it was kind of good. 2 hours, and I'm $44 richer, which is nice. Way better than only being like $3 or $6 richer. Anyway, it's been a good afternoon. I'm gonna keep trying both apps, and we'll see how it goes. I am offline and I'm going home now. I did about 2.5 hours of driving, and overall I made another $32, I think. 33, 34, something like that. And then plus a few tips. So for the day, I've made $65 on Uber and just over $12 on Lyft. I was not on Lyft for very long today. So I got online a little bit before 8 o'clock tonight, after I dropped off my daughter at Taekwondo, and I got a request. It took a little while, but I went on to both apps, both Lyft and Uber, to see which one would pick up first, and Uber picked up first again. And so I turned Lyft off and drove up and picked up a couple of young adults. They just needed a ride to the bar, and they were really entertaining and nice, and it was fun chatting with them. But anyway, it was just kind of a short ride, and then I got another short ride from Uber, and then I got a long ride from Uber, about 9 miles, and so it paid out about $9, and then another short one. So I had several rides from Uber tonight, but most of them were just kind of short, which is why it didn't pay out as well as it did earlier today when I was running back and forth from the airport. After a while, Uber was just kind of, I don't know, nothing was coming up, and so I went offline. I turned on Lyft to see if Lyft had anything, and then I just got 2 rides from Lyft. One was an $8.50 ride, and the other one was like a $4.50 ride, so it was about a little over $12 total. And I'm headed home now because it's almost 10:30 and I'm tired. So Uber definitely has more ride requests. I'm getting a lot more business off of Uber. Anyway, it's been fun. So overall, my day has been, let's see, so 65 plus 12 and then plus tips. So it's been about an $80 day, which I can't complain. I've done just over 4 hours of driving. I've needed a day like this. The last couple weeks I've been kind of not as, I don't know, not as excited to get out and drive because I just felt like I wasn't making very much money. So definitely going to keep using Uber and Lyft both. I guess that's it. So I'm gonna go home and go to bed and get up and drive again in the morning. So see y'all later.